Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dorian Ovalle. I'm an HDSA Los Angeles chapter board member and committee co-chair for Team Hope Walk. And I'd like to welcome you to our 15th annual Team Hope Walk.
Fly.
Yeah, fly.
The TV, the thing.
Oh, nice.
Fly.
Okay. Sorry about that technical difficulties. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dorian Ovalle. I am a board member of the Los Angeles chapter of HDSA. I'm also co-chair for the Team Hope Walk. I'd like to welcome you to our 15th annual Team Hope Walk. I hope your morning is off to a great start and you're raring for a good walk. I'm so excited to see so many of you. I can only see a few of you as the computer's a bit farther away from me, but I'm glad all of you were able to join us. I know that this is a bit of a special walk as we've had to contend with lots of things this year and we are apart, but together. I think that it's really important that we look at the bright side of things and we think of all the positive things that are happening within the HD community and the HD research community. And so I thought I'd start off this walk with a little bit of information as to what's happening within research and clinical trials. So I'm going to actually read that because it's a little bit technical. And so let me go ahead and start. I think one of the really important things that happened recently was Unicare announced that the first patients treated in phase 1 and 2 of clinical trial of AMT30 and for the Huntington's disease, and it is bringing AVV gene therapy into clinical testing, and it's a very important milestone because it is the first step towards developing a therapy that inhibits the production of the mutant Huntington protein. So that is something that happened recently. It was very, very exciting. I believe it was announced at the end of June. So really, really exciting news. Also, something else that was interesting was Wave Life Sciences announced that its WVE 12002 and also 12001 went into test, and they helped lower the mutant Huntington in spinal fluid by about 12%. Although that's less than Roche's RG642 with a reduction of about 40%, this was a targeted therapy, meaning that it only targeted the mutant part of the gene, and so it didn't target the wild or the free gene, which is the regular gene, and so they could administer a much lower dose. So that's also really interesting, and it also means that they've got 2 potential drugs down the pipeline that will be to inhibit the mutation of the Huntington protein. Also, a collaboration of scientists from China and Japan have identified a small molecule which can change the CAG repeat length in different lab models. Using cells from HD patients, they were able to create a compound, a naphthyridazine quinolone. I hope I enunciated that right for any of you scientists out there. And what it basically does is we've been able to change genes from one form to another for a while, but this is the first time that they were, oh, sorry, I'm confusing my facts. This is what they were able to do with this is repeat the reduction of the CAG in the length. It's very early on still, so what this possibly means is their ability to reduce the length of the repeat could possibly stop the repeat from continuing forward. So as Huntington progresses, the repeats can often continue repeating into the thousands. And so what this will do is it promises to slow down or possibly stop the repeats in persons already affected. So that's really neat. And another possible benefit could be being able to stop it in someone that is young enough before they present any Huntington disease. So that would be really neat. And also, researchers in China use a technique called direct conversion to turn cells that aren't neurons into neurons. Now, that's what I was trying to say earlier, is something that's been done before. But the big breakthrough in this is that they were able to convert them actually in beings, or in mice in this case. So it's the first time that it hasn't been done in a dish or synthetically outside of a body. So that's a really, really big step forward. And so what it was able to do was take astrocyte cells and convert them into neurons, which, like I said, is a very interesting and positive change. But this is very, very early on, and this is nowhere near being ready for clinical or anything like that. They've just submitted papers that were published and everything. So this is still another thing that is a bit further along in the pipeline. And this is just some of the exciting and wonderful news that's coming from the research and clinical end of HD. You know, there's a lot of change happening, especially right now, as we move further into understanding the genome, and there's been more mapping done. And so that's something that we should all take a bit of hope from, that we are closer and closer every year to a cure. And I think this is like a good place for me to sort of segue. I'm going to introduce our next speaker, who will be discussing what is happening and what's in store at HDSA National. EJ Garner, the HDSA Board of Trustee Chair. For those of you that don't know EJ, she is the grandmother of 2 twin granddaughters who are at risk for HD. The girl's brother and her grandson Matthew died at the age of 6 from juvenile HD in May 2008. Her son Scott died at the age of 44 from complications of HD in January 2015, as well as her former husband Doug, who also died from HD in 2002. A longtime resident of Southern California, EJ has moved to Olympia, Washington to be with her husband Art and to be closer to her granddaughters and daughter-in-law. EJ has been active in HDSA since 2006. She is currently sitting on the board and Team Hope Walk Coordinator for Washington State Chapter. She was formerly on the national board and also she was also on the board in Orange County and served as chapter president for Orange County. And in tribute to her son and grandson, and an effort to raise awareness and funds for the fight against HD, EJ has embarked in several long-distance walks to raise awareness and money, including a 554-mile Camino de Santiago pilgrimage and the approximately 800 miles up the Camino Real to the 21 California missions along the coast, raising over $67,000 in those combined walks. Without further ado, here's EJ.
Wow, I didn't know I did all that. Thanks, Dorian. Thank you all. It's great to see everyone, and greetings from Olympia, Washington. We actually have sun out there, so I'm sitting outside enjoying it. Congratulations, Los Angeles, on your 15th annual Team Hope Walk. I am no stranger to the LA Walk. I've been blessed to participate in several occasions. One time, or twice I should say, was at in Hollywood at a movie studio, which was really cool. And then a couple of times in a park and a school. So I have a deep connection with and a love for the Los Angeles chapter. Thank you all for taking the time to virtually walk with us today. And this is a very important fundraising event. As you know, we've been in a different world since mid-March, and life has not been easy for any of us. So you can imagine having Huntington's disease while dealing also with COVID-19, it's going to be just another layer of stress and struggle. So that's why it is so important that we're all here today to help with the HDSA mission. And that mission is to improve the lives of everyone affected by Huntington's disease and their families. The successful research that is currently in the works that Dorian had just shared with us is in part because of all of your help. And that is the help that you provided is fundraising, not only for research, but also for education and family services. And that includes paying for your local social worker, your local support groups, and other services that's provided at your Center of Excellence at UCLA. And all in all, it helps our HD community. COVID-19 not only impacted our personal lives and local businesses and such, but it also impacted the nonprofit world. So since April, in-person fundraising events have either been canceled, postponed, or thankfully moved to virtual events like today. So by walking today, you are raising awareness in your local neighborhoods and cities. You are sharing your stories and holding up your Team Hope HD signs. That's a huge thing. You are our foot soldiers sharing our collective message that we need to end this horrible disease. You are incredible warriors to walk, raise money, bring awareness for our HD loved ones and our HD community. The HDSA Board of Trustees recognizes all the hard work that you are all doing, and we definitely appreciate it, and I personally appreciate it as a family member. So thank you for being part of this fun day. I have my fingers crossed that we'll all be together in Spokane, Washington in 2020 for the HDSA National Convention. So until then, enjoy your walk today, and I'm going to turn it back over to Dorian. Thank you.
Thank you, EJ, for sharing all that great information and for spending part of your weekend with us. And especially thank you for all your hard work. And on behalf of the LA chapter, we really want to thank you. Now, I'd like to introduce to you last year's Team Hope Walk honoree, Amy O'Keefe. Amy is not only an HDSA Los Angeles board member and Team Hope Walk committee member, but she's also consistently one of the chapter's top fundraisers. Amy's going to introduce this year's honoree. Amy, if you're ready, take it away.
Hi, I'm Amy O'Keefe, and I am pleased to announce this year's honoree. This year's honoree is you, each and every one of you. Why? Because you have persevered, you have adapted, and you have shown up today. You are family, and family is everything to the HD community. So we are honoring you. So please be safe, wear a mask, have a great walk. Thanks for showing up.
Kieran, do we have a video ready for us? I believe Kieran's going to lead a little or show us a little tribute video that we made of the past 15 years worth of walk. That was a very touching tribute. Thank you, Amy, for introducing the honorees. Thank you, everyone. As honorees, you know, we're very excited that you're all here. There's nothing that we couldn't do without you, or rather, there's nothing we could do without you. And that is the reason we were honoring you. Thank you for hearing for that video, which is a touching reminder of the past 14 years of HD. Now I'm going to turn things over to the fantabulous fellow HDSA Los Angeles board member, Kat Filar. She's also a Team Hope committee member. And Kat is going to go ahead and lead us in a pre-walk warm-up. Let's give Kat a warm welcome.
Hi, can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Yay! Okay. So we're just gonna start super easy. All of them are 30 seconds each. We're doing about a 1.5 minute warm up. That's it. And then I'm gonna ring a bell, and then you guys are just gonna go, a dinner bell. So you're just gonna start with a step touch, super basic. Step touch, step touch, step touch, step touch, keep step touching. And then we're gonna end with, we're gonna move on to some squats and big arm circles. So now you're gonna just stand, come to stand nice and wide, and wide, hips are, you're in a squat position. Feet are wider than hip width. And then you just kind of go down and then come on up. You go down, you come on up. So as you keep squatting, you can now add arm circles with those arms. They go up as you come down. Arm circles, super basic, squat and arm circles. And then when you're ready, we're gonna go right into jumping jacks. So you're just gonna go right into jumping jacks. We're doing 30 seconds of these. Time already started. Keep moving. If you need to start, go back with the step touch. That's the easiest way to start. Keep jumping. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again with the squat. And then come on up. You have a squat. And then you come on up, just like this. When you're ready, you're gonna add those arm circles. The arms can go up and then out and then down. Arm circles as you squat down. Just nice big arm circles. Whew. Keep doing the squat with arm circles. And then you're gonna go right back into the jumping jacks when you're ready. Jump, 30 seconds, time started now. You always can go back to that step touch from the very beginning. Whew. You guys got this. And then when you're ready, you're gonna come to the center. Come to the center. Bring your knees up nice and high. Nice and high, nice and high. And then when you're ready, you're gonna go off to the races. Don't forget to tag HDSA LA Walk 2020. You can always go back and edit, take pictures, as many as you like. HDSA LA Walk 2020. Don't forget to tag. And then we'll be here in the end. There'll be the raffle. We're doing the raffle right after the walk. So we'll meet you as soon as it's over. Whew. Is that everything? Oh, whoops.
Hey. Thanks, Kat, for that invigorating warm-up. As Kat mentioned, don't forget to come back after your walk. We'll take a little 40-minute hiatus, and for everyone to get up and take a nice little walk. Use the hashtag HDSA 2020 walk. If you take any pictures, we'll post them, and we'll add them to our tribute video. Also, we'll be announcing the top fundraisers and doing the raffle after we get back from the walk. So everybody,
Dorian, hold on one second. I have to interject.
Ready? Go.
Can you guys hear me before you leave? I want to say thank you to Hiran and Dorian. Give them a huge round of applause for your leadership the entire series. Before we commence, we must recognize their efforts. Hiran, you have been extraordinary through this process, and you just took this, you and Dorian together have taken this walk virtually to a complete another level. And I can't tell you how grateful we are having you lead this chapter as well as lead this fight against HD through Team Hope Walk. So kudos to you guys. We'll see you guys back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody wear a mask and be safe. And we'll see you in about 40 minutes.
Alrighty, I hope that was a good walk for you guys. It was a brief walk for me as I come back and do some back end on the tech side. But I want to now introduce Kieran, who is the Los Angeles chapter president and also my co-chair for this event, Team Hope Walk. And Kieran, why don't you go ahead and take it away? He's going to let us know who the top fundraiser was, the top fundraising team, and also the raffle drawing. All righty, Kieran.
Awesome. Thanks, Dorian. First, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who came out today. Thank you to everybody who walked with us, who donated generously. Every penny that has been donated has been a tremendous help, especially this year when fundraising is down, and we're pushing to move forward. But with that said, our #1 fundraiser this year was Lee Raphael and Lee's Legions.
Woo! Woo! Congrats, Lee!
Hey.
Woohoo!
You again.
And now we're gonna pull out the raffle prizes. So first up is the Flip 3 speaker. Yes.
Amanda Polly.
Amanda Poley has won the JBL speaker. And next up we have Harmony Carden speaker.
Congrats, Amanda!
Aaron.
And the winner for this is Aaron. Is it Merrily? So congrats, Aaron, on winning the speaker. Yep, those are the 2 prizes.
Okay. Is it on mute?
No. And once again, just want to thank you all for coming out, participating, sharing pictures, your videos, all of your donations. It's been a great event, especially being virtual. So really appreciate you guys, and we hope to see you at the next walk, hopefully in person next year. And I'll hand it back over to Dorian. He has a couple of words to say before we leave.
Have a great day.
Ready? Cool. All righty, guys. Quickly, I'd just like to invite you to join us for a special wellness event that our chapter will be hosting on August the 29th. It will contain talks regarding mental health, such as stress and anxiety, and how to cope with things in that manner. There will also be discussions on nutrition, including some fun recipes for smoothies and such. There'll also be a yoga and Zumba classes that'll be online, and also some meditation that'll be guided. So if you guys want to join us, I think that it's going to be a great event. Go ahead and hit up Kieran if you want some more information. We're still getting that all squared away, but it is going to be August 29th of this year. It will also be online. So that's something I think very exciting and something that everyone could use. Okay, and now I'd like to thank Teva and Genentech for being national walk sponsors, and of course to all of you for joining us to celebrate. But really quickly, I want to bring up Jared Little, who's my nephew, who handled all of the tech for me today. I had a few difficulties, and he was able to come in clutch and help me. So thank you very much, Jared. All righty, now go back to work. So we look forward to seeing you next year, and hopefully next year we'll be able to do this in person. It'd be great to be able to talk to you once again. You know, what I really miss is not the camaraderie that we have together, giving people in my extended HD family a hug, and, you know, seeing sometimes some of my family members that I don't get to see as often that actually come out for the walk. And so hopefully next year will be a little bit better, and we'll be able to get together. And so until we meet again, from myself, my family, to you and your family, thank you so much for participating. Be well and stay safe. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, adieu.